With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken near the 13. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here I come. Here I come. Hey, whoa, 20, Mike 20, 72.
Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by an American hero, Pat Tillman. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
They'll run on 1st down. Dickerson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll try the left side. Dickerson, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Hey, switch.
On 3rd down, Dickerson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Luck. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
It's soft, baby. That's baby soft. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Man, let's get that ball.
They're going to go. It's Luck. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, This is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On second down, Dickerson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On first down, Dickerson. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. No gain on the play there. Second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They'll try the air now with Locke. That one complete to Okoye. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 49 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play. The
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the gun, it's Brady. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And with that, folks, I want to remind you to join the NFL Salute to Service. This season, the NFL and its players are honoring those who proudly serve our country, and fans are encouraged to join NFL players in writing letters to service members and their families. To learn how you can send your letter today, visit NFL.com/salute. Throwing is Brady on third down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 26.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
Let's go, baby.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback,
trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first pure kicker ever in the Hall of Fame, Jan Stenerud, to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Ready, 55. Watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion, block. Hey, check right. Watch it.
Vic will look to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 74 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go, boys, bring it up. Wait, that. Wait, Eddie. Mike 50. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T. Ozzy.
Brady now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Throwing on first down is Brady. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Now Brady. It's caught. Beckham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Brady to throw again. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Push him back. Push him back.
This is Barkley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Brady. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Brady to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Shift, shift. 64, hey, check it.
They'll give it here to Brown. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2, they convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner, we talked about this at halftime, but I don't think either one of us expected it to continue. Michael Vick has been bottled up in this game. This defense has done a fantastic job of containing his running ability.
It is so rare. They could never contain him back in the day. Remember 2006 when he set the single-season record with over 1,000 rushing yards.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Watch the screen.
To throw again on 2nd down. Vick, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Let's go right here now. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 55.
3rd and long for Vick.
Get that quarterback.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
Squeeze. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, orbit.
Brady now on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got a 1st and 10 at their own 25. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 20.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Vick with a give to Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Check, 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 check.
Vick goes play action. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I got him. Single, 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 single.
It's a play fake. Now Vick rolling. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Go.
Here's Michael Vick. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Throwing, Vick. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Here's Vick. On the move to his left, and that will be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But it'll be 2nd down. With that incompletion, I want to get your MVP thoughts. Lamar Jackson, he seems to be the leader right now, is he not?
I would agree with that, and his team is the hottest team in the league right now.
And then you've got, well, let's think of the others. Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Who else? Christian McCaffrey?
I would say Christian McCaffrey, although it's hard for a running back to win it. Don't forget Michael Thomas with the Saints continued to have big numbers even while Drew Brees was out. But also, if Patrick Mahomes gets hot and the Chiefs...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sacked by the relentless Howie Long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
To throw, it's Brady. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Yeah, Sanders now to return.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the set. 55. 55. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
42-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead is cut to 2 now. It's 15-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. There he goes, right side. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
In your face. Hey, Haywood.
Now Brady again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley, and he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I got one. Ship.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. They'll run on 1st down. Dickerson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Play action now, Vick. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Randy Moss, 31 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Browns drive about to get started, and the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Brady over the middle, complete. That's Holt. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
He finds Beckham complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Brady, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Brady going to go on 4th down. Gosh, given the time and the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Check nickel, nickel.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the 19-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Again, it's Barkley.
Run, go.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Back to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. It's caught by OBJ. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. On 1st down, it's Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first pure kicker ever in the Hall of Fame, Jan Stenerud, to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set. You 50. Check. 55 to Mike. Easy.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Barkley. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. So they will go for it. Stafford looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So after the INT, it's Brady. And this one's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw again. Brady. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
Come on.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. It's caught. Beckham. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Brady now to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 6 yards away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Holt, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another big hitter there, this one good for 18. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he's got Lockett. That one good for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll make it 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Danielle Hunter with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Stafford now to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 20. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Hey, check Mike 30. Mike 33.
Brady now on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very solid gain of 27. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Brady. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throw left side complete. It's Holt. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's got room. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 24. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. That's complete. It's Gordon. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Khalil Mack. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. To throw is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
This is taken at his 4.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Browns' drive about to get started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And he's got the hook up to Landry. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Double dog, that's the way. Protein spill. Shadow. He's checking. Hey, box truck. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Hey, 66.
Throwing again on second down. Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Brady to throw again. Caught left side. It's Beckham. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's brought to the ground. With another first down at the Chargers 28.
First down, Browns.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. On first down, Brady. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. George Kittle as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Newton to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Looking to throw again on second down. Newton got a man. It's Randy Moss complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Being chased out left. Incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Here we go on fourth. Newton. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Check. Lucky. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. They fake the give. Newton eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? A shotgun snap for Newton. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice gain.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the run, it's Barkley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They keep it with Barkley on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Throwing now is Brady, escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by sliding. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Throwing is Brady on third down. It's caught by OBJ. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, jumping over. And not a good With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be fielded at the 8. And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Wait 20. Alpha 54. Hey, here we go. Hey, Charlie. 54 is Mike. Check. Hey, go 66.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throwing right, and that's complete. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Brady. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw, it's Brady. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's Brady. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Brady. He finds Beckham complete. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards, and he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first pure kicker ever in the Hall of Fame, Jan Stenerud, to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Play to win. Let's go.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Check. Great.
Check.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55.
Great. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Open man is Hill. He's got it. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw, Newton. They complete it to Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running left, it's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Silver.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Brady to throw again. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Keith Bullock with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Barkley. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Newton. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
A gain of 8 and a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the red zone now, Newton. This complete to Lockett. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football.
All day, baby, all day.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 30 on 2nd down, Brady. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
It's our time. It's our time. Smooth. Alert flare. Alert flare.
Now Brady. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
They're running it. Check.
Brady now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. It's caught by OBJ. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
40's Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. It's caught. Beckham. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Brady going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 33-yard attempt. Stenerud able to put this one through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Here I come again.
On second down now, Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Brady's throw there complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Brady now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. That throw by Brady incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Another try for Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Mike, 55. There in the middle. 55. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 55 is my guy. 55.
From the gun, here's Newton. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 20. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
We got this.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Hey, Haywood. Regular.
Shotgun now for Brady. Complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field.
Get ready.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Wait, 20. Hey, 66. 21.
I got you, son. I got you.
Hey, Delta.
You're all mine, baby.
Brady now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. George Kittle, 39 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Mike 55.
3 buzz.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
36.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Jackson, options out left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go. My God, 15 line it. 15
check 9.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
I got you, boy.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught off a deflection. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Go! 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Man, I got you.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. On first down, Brady. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now Brady again. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. He goes 105 yards on the kick return as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, get excited, let's go, let's go.
Play clock down to 0 And this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, Brady. He finds his target, Beckham. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Brady now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, tight. Like 50. Alpha. 6-6. Pull it.
Throwing again. Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Tillman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Vick, and he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That throw by Vick, incomplete. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They will indeed go for it. Vick, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, and the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll run on 1st down. Dickerson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Here's Michael Vick, and he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first pure kicker ever in the Hall of Fame, Jan Stenerud, to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Come off the ball hard.
It's a second down run with Sanders. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Vick now from the 50. It's caught by Sanders. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
55's Mike, guys. Can't hang with us. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Wild Bill.
Here's Vick off the play fake for Sanders. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
A second down throw for Vick. Dancing to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. But now it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On third down, Vick. He finds Beckham complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Vick goes play action. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the red zone now, Vick. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Wait, set, ready? Goal 50. Here I come. Mike 50, Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That one goes for 24 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go, here we go.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
To try again after the sack. Brady under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Vic with a give to Sanders. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Set, ready. Took you out low. Check, 60 up. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Vic out of the gun. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Michael Irvin, 49 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. A little juke. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. So that'll back him up 5.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Brady's throw there complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And the pressure gets to him again. Aaron Donald bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first pure kicker ever in the Hall of Fame, Jan Stenerud, to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson, options out left. Finding room inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the 28-yard line.
Let's go now. 55. 55, Mike.
I got him. I got him.
Jackson, option right. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
I'm going back to you. 55 is Mike, guys. 55. Here we go, D. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. This complete to Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Manning. That one complete to Hill. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Manning indeed going for it on 4th. This will be caught at about the 5. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Now a carry for Okoye. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Okoye. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On first down, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. John Henderson breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Slam, slam, slam. Sugar, sugar.
This is Barkley. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Mike, ready? Go bandit. You better bring it. Hey, Alabama.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady got his man complete over the middle. It's Holt. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A first down carry for Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's get it.
At the Steelers' 49-yard line.
No, Mike, 53.
Come on, D.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, partner, let's look league-wide for a second and think playoffs here. I'm going to give you some teams, and you tell me if they still have a chance at the AFC wild card, or are they just waiting till next year? How about Cleveland at 4-6?
They're actually getting hot right now, but I still don't see them getting there and being in the playoffs.
Okay, same division. Steelers, they're 5-5 right now.
Yeah, I think the loss to Cleveland finished off that run.
Also 5-5, the Titans.
They actually have a chance if they stick to what they do best, and that's run the football. They'll have to chase down Indianapolis and Houston in their own division.
Okay, lastly, I'm going to ask the question because they've talked about it. How about the 3-7 Jets?
Who's they and why?
Not you and I.
Okay, I was about to say, why? No.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. He's at the 50. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Christian Okoye, 65 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, that one's hard to believe. Not something you see every day. A very long run for the big guy.
Normally we see his counterpart, right? The scat back, the guy with the so-called speed. But we saw a little bit of everything there, didn't we? The big, powerful man with the football. He can also stretch it out a little bit in the open field.
Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. From the gun on third down, Brady. And he's got his man. That's Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. All right, CD, let's look ahead to Week 12, the week before Thanksgiving. Hard to believe some big games. It started Thursday night, Colts-Texans, to decide who would go ahead in that division, but also Seahawks-Eagles, a game that you're going to be doing. That's a big one.
It's a monster one, and if you look at the Eagles' record, you would think they absolutely have to have it. But in the NFC East, even a loss doesn't eliminate them. But if they win, they could be neck and neck with Dallas. With Seattle, they're trying to keep pace and stay right on the heels of San Francisco in the NFC West. How about Dallas at New England? That's a big-time game. The Cowboys trying to maintain their lead in the NFC East. New England just one loss. And Green Bay at San Francisco. That game got flexed to Sunday night and deserved to be. That could be one of the better ones we'll see this year.
Yeah, that's a trio of games that is very, very strong this weekend. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike's 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Bravo. Army. Hey, 66.
To throw again. Brady. There goes a deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Again, it's Brady. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
No, 66. Watch the run. No. Oh. Hey, Haywood, 72.
To throw, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Holt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Manning. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, we're...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. John Henderson gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Brady going to throw. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the 13-time Pro